guess I got a little carried away with the hot water. It happens though. Needed to use the hot water to get rid of all the grease. Still got some left on it, but it'll keep the paint, or no wait, that's oil that keeps the paint shiny. Never mind. I'm thinking wrong. Let them dry for a little bit and grease them. Pull them apart and we can put them away. So I got to thinking, I was standing here looking at these things, I was like, you know, you forgot to do something. Yeah. You forgot to hook your hydraulics up. Well, do I really need to separate? I mean, yeah, as bad as I don't want to hook them up, I guess I better. I mean, how else am I gonna get that dolly out? Where did adapters go? Oh, there they are. They're supposed to be right there, right here, so you always knew where they were. Right, like that. If anybody feels free to copy this idea, why, go on ahead. All it is just a bolt drilled right down through with a nut on the bottom. Heads are sticking up, and you can real easily put your hydraulic adapters on them to keep them separated so they don't get lost in the toolbox. It's a real easy, I guess, modification would be the correct term that my grandfather did. I mean, there ain't nothing like, you know, trying to make things simpler in the world. Especially when it comes to stuff like that. Because you never know just who or what could benefit from it. And I, for one, like that idea. Stupid chains are a pain. And you know what? So, we're all hooked up. When we activate our hydraulic, it will send oil from the pump on the tractor. Hoses go through the frame. It's a smart idea. Go through the frame, back to the cylinder, right there. Cylinder moves the dolly wheels left or right. I will demonstrate for you in a little bit. I love it when you don't have to rely on a battery charger to start your tractor and it starts on its own. I will demonstrate the hydraulic remote and how it sends oil from the pump on the tractor when you move this lever left or right. Just like that. So I've gotten the dolly swung all the way over to the right, as far as it'll go. Then what you do is real easy. You just unhook the front rake, take your dolly out and around, drop your other rake right there. Then it's all unhooked. on it. Okay, so got the rake solen hooked. I gotta go work more ground. That's lovely. Okay, so yeah, gator stays there, tractor right there. Oh, fun. You never know what we're gonna get into. So we got pulled away from cleaning the rakes up to come up to the field here and work this field the right or the left of State Route 43. For those of you that are familiar with the area, know exactly where this field is. We do this gentleman's custom harvesting, tillage, planting. We just got done with the beans not even an hour ago. Got the combine out of here, got the grain cart over at home. We're going to start with those beans over there. We picked the gentleman's corn too for him, and it works out. His dad used to do all the tillage work. We still picked the corn and cut the beans back when we had the little tiny 1440 back in the day Case IH with the little baby 15-foot grain head, which would be considered a toy in today's world compared to like a 40-foot grain head or even a 50-foot grain head that I have heard that is in the midst of being produced. We need to make sure we do a exceptionally good job, because there are a lot of passerbys that are possibly going and looking and just, who the heck is that guy running that tractor? He's doing an exceptionally good job. Or, who's that guy holding the camera talking to himself? Or, people could just not have a care in the world. There's those type of people. I would like to think that you that have stumbled across this video at least have some kind of a care in the world to click on this video to further your education in the field of agriculture, to learn that your food does not come from the grocery store. It comes from seeds that are put in the ground with a corn planter or a grain drill or whatever kind of small grain there is. I'm thinking more like vegetables, and fruits, and stuff like that. That again come from seeds that don't entirely come from a grocery store. A grocery store is just the well, it's a gathering place where people can buy produce, food once it is ripened, and other goods and essentials like clothes, kitchen items, household items, gardening items, outdoor stuff, you name it. Places like Lowe's and Walmart and Meijer and Menards, they all have it, just to name a few local grocery stores. So no, all of food does not come from the grocery store if you're one of those people. Beef comes from beef cattle, and milk comes from dairy cows. Let's go on ahead and back up for a little bit. For those of you that say that, oh, my food comes from the grocery store. Well, where does that processed meat that you get from the grocery store, where does it come from? It comes from cows. Okay, how do the cows get their nutrients? Through corn, through hay that we plant and grow, and we bale and we feed to the cows, or this could be an oats field. Now, for those of you wondering, it was one of our dump trucks down the road. He probably didn't even pay any attention to who was in the field. This field could be planted into oats, and oats are used for energy for cattle. So that, well, it's just like humans, basically. You eat things with fiber in them, things with protein in them, eggs. Popcorn is a good sense of fiber. I'm thinking along the lines of maybe orange juice for fiber. All in all, basically it's the same principle with cattle. What humans put in our bodies as energy, what I just named a few, or there's such things as energy drinks, okay, if you want to go that route. Now, I don't care for energy drinks, never have, never will. Just get that out of the way. So it's the same thing with cattle. Oats is a form of energy for them. Hay that you give cows, it's a type of grass that gets their rumen working, aka secondary stomach, so that way the cows can digest the grain easier. That is what that is. So let's continue, shall we? If we did not plant oats, if we did not plant hay, if we did not plant corn, the quality of meat that comes from the grocery store would be very, very, very poor because of the nutritional factor that you just have to get your source of energy and nutrients from fields of grain, whether, like I said, it be oats, corn, or hay. If you do not have those, you'll have a very, very, very poor beef quality. Now, I'm sure there's some of you that'll disagree. That's okay, but I'm just telling you the majority of the facts. That, in order to have 100% pure beef, you need to have those 3 main ingredients in order to have cattle, in order to raise good beef. Go ahead, buy whatever you want in the store. You know, you're just putting garbage into your body, basically, is the way I'm looking at it. I mean, let's say you go to a family get-together or something. You have no idea where that meat came from, that hamburger, that steak, or meatloaf, or whatever they're having to eat. Well, you can make up for that by eating more 100% ground beef, or 100% steak, or 100% hamburger, which is just made into patties. Or you can make your own, you know, burgers, homemade meatballs, or whatever. It all just goes to show that no, food does not grow in grocery stores. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's impossible. So it's the same thing with pork and or my favorite, bacon, which is a kind of pork. It does not come from the grocery store. It comes from pigs. Now, same thing applies. If you do not give pigs corn or soybean meal in their diet, the same thing applies. You will not get a very good quality of pork. I do know a couple of pork farmers who would testify to that. So, then again, your food does not come from the grocery store. All 100%. No way, no how. It's a made-up myth that society wants you to buy into, that all food comes from the grocery store. I'm not buying into it one bit because I'm a grain farmer and beef farmer. Or I should say a farm employee, nonetheless. But I know the difference rather than believe the lies of society. There's a stone right there, right at the corner of the Salford, and Reverend Dussel put a marker there so that whoever worked the ground, Pete combined us a little bit ago. I think Reverend Dussel put that out there so that he wouldn't hit it, but it's one of those that are right at the surface. I'll see if I can get the camera back out again when I go by. Right there we got a stone that's got a ribbon around it. Why we couldn't just pick the things up to begin with, I have no clue, but it's the way that he does things. Then up here on that side to pass is that stone that I was telling you guys about. Right there it is, with the marker around it. It's funny how those things erode, or I should say surface like that.